In his book, The Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell indicates that it takes 10,000 hours for a novice in any field to evolve into a master. For Jesus, it seems that his 10,000th hour came early in life. At the age of 12, he is said to have confounded the wise old rabbis of his day. As Luke 2:47 reveals, everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. Even his parents were astonished. Yet Luke chapter 2 comes to a close with one very intriguing verse. He grew in wisdom and stature, in favor with God and man. For those who have never seen Jesus as anything more than a good man or a prophet, this verse is of little consequence. But for those who were indoctrinated with the idea of Jesus as being fully God and fully man from birth to death and resurrection, this verse creates an interesting dilemma. Why would one who is fully God and fully man need to grow not just in knowledge, but in favor with God? In my view, this one passage tears down centuries of doctrine and dogma surrounding the pristine image of Jesus. It grounds him in the earth like a tiny mustard tree, still learning, growing, and developing his awareness of himself, his fellow man, and the divine, whom he refers to as Father. What relevance does this have for us today? If Jesus learned and grew in awareness of his connection to the divine, then we too have an opportunity to grow into the fullness of the experience he expressed as the way, the truth, and the life. Understanding Jesus as one who evolved into divine consciousness also helps us see his message and teachings in a new light. Suddenly, his proclamations of us as his brothers and sisters becomes a revelation of ourselves as Jesus' equal. As a man revered today for his absolute perfection and power, this revelation puts his followers in the hot seat, calling for them to re-examine the very core of their beliefs about themselves, God, and the world around them. At least this has been the case for me. And as one who spent 31 years in Evangelical Christianity, 10 of those as a missionary, and the preceding 21 as the son of a pastor and grandson of a missionary, this verse has become an open door into a world of beauty, wonder, and holy fear. Beauty because I choose to no longer see humanity as fallen and destined for hell. Wonder because I see myself as part of a vast network of human beings evolving and growing together. Holy fear because the world we have created from the dogmas and doctrines of the past is crumbling. As it falls, we are each offered the opportunity to create something new and potent from the rubble. The holy fear rises when I realize the gravity of the choices I make and the fruit they create in my life. I imagine Jesus saw his choices in a similar manner, which may be why he is considered to have been perfect. It's important to remember that the work Jesus accomplished and the perfection he achieved was a perfection of harmony, one he clearly had the grace and fortitude from his heavenly Father to grow into. In recent history, many are beginning to see Christ as a concept or consciousness, which Jesus learned to embody. A way of seeing and being in the world that was not religiously oriented, but rather oriented toward relationship. Which is why Jesus boiled all the law and the prophets down to one way of being: love. How do we bring more love into our world? Maybe it's time to pause and recognize that the boy who would be Christ is simply a reflection of the Christ within us all. Shalom.